to another episode of the Dangerous Divas podcast. I'm super excited to be here. I've got a new setup today. I've got my laptop, I've got both my phones, I've got a nice light, I've got my light in the back. We're getting professional here. I don't know about me being professional. I am a little insane, but we're getting there. So it's really cool. And I'm super excited because today is going to be with one of my most asked questions all the time. And today we're going to talk about what's the best training split for fat loss. It seems to pop up in my DMs way too often. What's the best training split for fat loss as fast as humanly possible? And a lot of people ask, how can I lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks? I'm like, okay, no, we're not doing that. But I do want to talk about training splits. I feel like I haven't been able to do that. But before I get started, I want to tell you that unfortunately, there is no single best training split ever, right? As the effectiveness of a given program. Okay, it depends on the person. It depends on your lifestyle, what you eat. It depends on a lot of things, depending on the person that's doing that program. So the length of time that someone has been training makes a difference. Their age, their schedule, injuries, genetics, all of that will make an impact for your fat loss. So the best training split for someone in their 40s with average activity isn't going to work for somebody that is 21 and has never been to the gym. Does that make sense? I hope you understand what I mean by that. But however, okay, there is some effective training splits that everybody kind of has in common, and you can take the good things and leave the bad things out, okay? But remember, as I'm saying this, it is not a cookie cutter program. It is not something that is going to work for everybody. You kind of have to get your own thing depending on your lifestyle, depending on your activity levels, so on and so forth. And that is why we offer, coaching. That is why we offer personalized coaching, because everybody is so different. If one thing worked for everybody, then we would all be at the bodies that we wanted to be. We would all feel confident, and we will not have any fat loss problems. So, you know what I mean. All right, so let's start. Here are a few things that are super effective with training splits that have in common. The first thing is, from a frequency point of view, you want to hit each muscle group 1 or 2 times a week. So what I start doing my clients with is I do upper body, lower body, and full body. So they're hitting every body part twice a week, okay? I like to start off with that because a lot of people don't have 5 to 6 days to work out, and they don't want to work out 5 to 6 days. So I like to start with a 3-day routine that's super simple and easy to follow. Okay, in terms of sets for each muscle groups for fat loss, you want to aim between 5 to 20 weeks. 5 to 20 sets for your entire workout, okay? Sorry, 15 to 20 sets. I was like, 5, that doesn't make sense. 15 to 20 sets for your entire workout, and you want to have your reps at about 8 to 12 is a good average, okay? To build muscle, you want to have a little less sets, okay? But your reps be lower, between 8 to 10 or 4 to 10. So that you can actually increase hypertrophy, but we're not doing for that, right? So by muscle group, I'm not talking about an area of your body like your arms or your leg. I'm actually talking about a very certain area that work together as a movement of a joint, such as your quads, such as your hamstrings, biceps, triceps, and so on, right? Triceps, there's 3 muscles. Quads, there's 4 muscles. Hamstrings, so on and so forth, right? So, for example, if we do 6 sets of squats, okay, and then 4 sets of leg presses and 5 sets of deadlifts for your workout, then with all of that, you've actually performed 15 sets. Does that make sense? And all of that will go for your legs. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm making some type of sense. If you have any questions, obviously send me a DM. I'll always be there, or if you're watching on live right now, drop a comment so that I can enter into more detail. As far as the reps are concerned, I would do anywhere between 5 to 15, sorry. So depending on what your goals are, obviously it will be different, but 5 to 15 is a good sweet spot that you can push yourself and also, not kill yourself either. You don't want to go too low, right? Because you'll leave your joints super sore and tender. And then high reps tend to be the most beneficial thing for muscle endurance and volume, which essentially would be better for you, especially for fat loss, as we're trying to build muscle endurance and we're not trying to build muscle in terms of hypertrophy, bodybuilding, so on and so forth. I hope I'm making sense. I feel like this is like a very intense training. But if your training split ticks the right boxes in terms of frequency, in terms of sets and reps, then it's going to work. Don't overthink it. I think the number one mistake people do is that they do a workout split for 2 weeks, they don't see any results, and then they stop. Okay? I would definitely do way more than 2 weeks in order for you to see any results. It's just like, drinking water, right? Like, you're not going to see results right away from drinking water, but you are going to see results as it comes and time goes, right? So if it ticks all the right boxes, that you're making sure your sets and your reps are good, that you're hitting 1 or 2 times depending on your activity level each muscle group, then this would be the best. You could literally do a full body workout 2 to 3 times a week, and that would do the job. Okay, you could do a upper body, lower body, full body split, that would work as well. Okay, you could do a push, which is chest, shoulders, and triceps, pull, biceps, and back, and leg split, that would work as well, right? So it really depends. You could just do shoulders, you could just do arms, like, it depends on how many days you want to work out, your activity level, like I said, your knowledge in the gym, because that makes a big difference. But ultimately, the one thing that works best for everybody is different for everybody. My workout split is not going to work for you, like yours might not work for me, right? So it might not be your cup of tea. But if you're a complete beginner, I would definitely start with a upper body, lower body, and a full body workout 3 times a week, just so that you can get your body moving and getting started. And then from there, you can do 2 upper bodies, 1 lower body, or 2 lower bodies, 1 upper body, or 2 of 2, so on and so forth, right? So making sure that we're progressing, but also at the same time, you want to make sure that you're starting good and that you're starting on the right journey. I know this was a lot, but if it checks all the right boxes, just stick with it, be consistent with it. You're not going to see results right away, and you are going to see results eventually, because any type of workout is going to make you feel better. Okay? I love you all. Thank you so much for listening to the Divas podcast. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll talk to you guys soon.